These grand Victorian red brick buildings once housed the machinery and people that were the beating heart of the Pullman Palace Car Company in the late 1800s and early 1900s. In its heyday, Pullman was the premier manufacturer of luxury rail cars. Pullman Historic Foundation President Michael Szymanski says Chicago was an ideal location thanks to the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad.
In the 1860s, Chicago was emerging as the rail hub of the nation.
Industrialist George Pullman designed the whole town.
And the idea behind it was to make a place that was orderly, efficient, and beautiful for people who worked for the Pullman Company, but also other people who wanted to live here.
By the 1900s, these streets were full of Pullman employees. The Pullman Company became one of the largest employers of African Americans who worked as porters and staff on Pullman sleeper cars. Among those porters was an ancestor to someone close to President Barack Obama.
One of those porters' great-granddaughter had the chance to go to a great college and a great law school, and had the chance to work for the mayor, and had the chance to climb the ladder of success and serve as a leader in some of our city's most important institutions. And I know that because today she's the First Lady of the United States of America, Michelle Obama.
President Obama said his wife's ancestors also helped organize the first African American labor union. Union leaders helped launch the civil rights movement of the 20th century, paving his way to the presidency.
I think it's a story of labor, civil rights, a story about African Americans. I think just the combination of what this site means, I think that's what made it compelling.
U.S. Congresswoman Robin Kelly encouraged the president to make Pullman a national monument.
He worked in this area when he was a community organizer, he knows, and I think this will be a part of his legacy.
But it almost wasn't. The ravages of time and fire prompted the National Trust for Historic Preservation to name Pullman one of the most endangered historic places in the United States.
About 90% of the original housing exists, less than 10% of the original manufacturing buildings. So you could just imagine an entire car.
Szymanski lives in the Pullman Historic District and says making the neighborhood a national monument will help preservation efforts and encourage people to visit the site to understand its role in shaping America.
This place has been a milestone in our journey toward a more perfect union.
Though there are many historic locations throughout the city, President Obama's designation makes the Pullman Historic District now the first national monument in Chicago. Kane, Farabaugh, VOA News, Chicago, Illinois.